talking about the support that God brings to you in your efforts to let go of this painful human existence, of the mind that causes such suffering to us, and that twists our relationships in the communities we build and the civilizations we make, all of them impossible, because the human mind is based on walking away from God and the loss of the awareness that we're all one with each other in absolute and total love, which God has been talking about in this segment. And so we're going to go on with it as we proceed. God says to you now, after asking you, why would you hold on to this when it's causing you sin and suffering? Why would you hold on to this? God now goes further. Wouldst thee hold on to something that mortifies and shames thy soul? Look at what you're doing. Look at what you're doing. Wouldst thee hold on to something? Would you want to hold on to something? Do you want to hold on to this that can only mortify you and shame your soul when it's not necessary? Because I am eternal love and I made you that way. God's pounding home this point to encourage you to realize you've got another option, and one you can feel so much comfortable with. He's putting it before you. Would you? Would you? Now, are you saying to yourself from that, well, wait a minute, yeah, I'd like that. Well, that means you've got to pray it. Because remember, you can't heal yourself. Only God can heal you. Remember, for man, impossible. For man, impossible. But for God, everything is possible. That's what you're involved in. That's what you're involved in. And so we go forward. You need not do so, for your core is golden. You have a golden core. You need not do so, because your core is golden. No ill repute resides there. There is nothing. Your soul is free, it's pure, it's loving, it's one with me. There's no ill repute that lies there. It's a false belief on your part. I encourage you to ask me, all right, I hear what you're saying, God, and I ask you. I know that all I feel is miserable from this life, and that the few joys that it brings to me, they don't last. Nothing is eternal. Everything is temporary. Disappears as nothing. There's no worth to it if everything just disappears. And so I ask your help to be able to see what lies in my soul. I ask your help to hand myself to you, to be able to deliver the awareness as you best know that it needs to be delivered. I hand it to you, love. I hand it to you. Now, that's my way of praying it, but you'll have your ways. But you see how you have to do this kind of praying, because you're now being activated by God to make a move on it. It's not just reading it anymore. It's, yes, I want this. And so that has to be prayed. Now we're going to go forward. We just ended up with no ill repute lies there. Think not. Now, Lord, you're saying, think not, I need your help, because you know that I think these negative thoughts about myself. Think not needs to be prayed. Live not there. Lord, you know that I have made a life based on living with the false beliefs of the human state, and that there is no relationship to God. You just got to go from that human state and survive the best you can, and try to find people who will uphold you and make you feel good. And I choose, if you're saying there's something better, Lord, I need your help. You're turning it into letting God be active for you. Think not, live not there, where hearts abandoned cry out for freedom, to get free from this. Lord, Help me to receive freedom from you. I don't even know what it feels like because I've never felt it in this human state. I ask your help to be able to feel it. You notice how I'm praying line after line of this, folks? Excuse me, folks. Ah, my loves. Here we go. Ah, my loves. And you think even how God says this calls you God's love. Maybe even want to pray that line, Lord, I don't feel that. I don't feel I'm your love. But if it's true, I ask your help to feel loved. Because I don't feel it. That's why I feel so miserable. I ask your help to enable me to feel love. Ah, my loves, live not there, but with me who loves. Lord, I don't know how to get there, but I desire to know your love. I wish it. You have to pray it line after line that you're going after this. Goes further now. He describes himself as who waves hands of fruit. That God's gift to you are with hands of fruit. And so he says to you, ah, my loves, live not there, but with me who loves, who waves hands of fruit. On we go. Why delay but a moment more? The challenge is there. He's encouraging you. You're safe. You don't have to delay anymore. Encouraging you to let go. Why delay but a moment more? Submit yourself to me. Do you feel safe? If you don't, Lord, oh, you're asking me to submit myself. Oh, I don't feel safe, Lord. I need your help to even feel safe to submit myself to you. Legitimate praying, yes. Because the human mind doesn't like the fact that you're going to God and is doing everything to pull you away. What do? You're going to go to God. You know what a wreck you are, that God can't stand you. What are you doing? What are you doing? And it has its influence on you. But God is saying, give me that also. When I say submit yourself to me. If it's hard for you, Lord, it's so hard for me to submit myself. It scares me. I ask your help to deal with that fear. Do you notice how close I stay? Do you notice how close I stay to what you're feeling? Don't overlook it. Don't overlook it. Don't think that you have to please God with your prayers. No, that's not helpful. It's to say exactly to God where you're at. Well, we're going to pause again at this moment, and then we're going to go into a final statement on this as God now gives you the way God says it should be prayed, or it could be prayed, not should, but how it could be prayed. He's going to give an example of this in the next episode.